listening to Mark Daddy.
I do like your programme, but I tell you something. What? It's a bit like having breakfast with the Addams family, but I can't make it add up.
BBC Radio Cambridgeshire.
You did say that it would only rise by 53,000. I make the rise 97,000, so that's...
It's inflation.
What, 40 grand?
Well, it's 600. The total bill is £723,000, 724,000 pounds.
But you said 53,000 would be the rise,
and that is absolutely correct. The rest of it is purely inflation.
So inflation
as agreed, and remember, this is purely as agreed by the independent panel.
So inflation is £44,000, which is about 12% of the budget. Then is inflation running at 12% now, Mark?
No, you're right. There's something wrong with the figures there. The numbers that are these given, I think, are not correct.
Well, these are your official figures from your official council meetings.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. But I can't make it add up.
We interrupt this programme for a party political broadcast on behalf of the Westminster Party. Join the Westminster Party. Live life to the max with complete deniability and lack of moral standing. Feels good, doesn't it? The Westminster Party. The party that likes to say yes, yes, yes.
How much are you going to put all of our tax up? Quite a lot, aren't you?
There's an intention to raise tax for people earning over £100,000 a year. For people on lower incomes, we will reduce tax.
National insurance is going to go sky high, though, isn't it? That's a tax, isn't it?
Yes, yeah.
Where's that going to go to?
Sorry, I'm not really happy talking about the national insurance policy at the moment because I can I just have a look in here? I've actually
have a look at your information. Yeah.
This is our manifesto.
I mean, I know about it. Any look?
No, I got it here. We're going to help lower earners, okay, by raising the lower national insurance limit to the personal allowance rate.
By the way, Gordon Brown has lost his makeup today. I don't know if you saw that in the newspapers. It's grey and worn out and could do with replacing. But if you see the makeup, it's in a pink tint.
It's from Peterborough, it's for Peterborough, it's presented by Paul Stainton, and it's at breakfast time. That's why we call it Paul Stainton's Peterborough Breakfast Show. Genius.
BBC Radio Cambridgeshire.
Say you win the election, May the 7th, the emergency budget's in June, we've got to pay all this money back. Let's be honest with the people. We know we're going to get clobbered, Charlesh. How much are we going to get clobbered? Are we income tax at 30%, 28%?
We have no plans to raise income tax or VAT.
How are you going to raise the cash to pay the deficit back then?
Weren't you listening to the debate yesterday?
I was. I didn't hear an answer.
Public sector the freeze on public sector.
It's not going to do it.
For a year. Aren't you aware of the fact that if the Conservatives get into power, we will lead from the top because ministers will have a 5% pay cut.
It's not going to pay for everything.
Hang on. This is a cumulative thing. There are a number of things involved here. You've asked me a question. I'm trying to answer it. I'm sorry you don't like the answer, but I think your listeners may want to hear the answer.
I don't think I've heard the answer, Charlotte.
Well, if you'd stop interrupting me, then I might actually give it to you.
How are we going to pay all this money back, Charlotte? And I'll give you 30 seconds to answer that question.
Deal with the problem. If you'd be kind enough to just remain silent for a moment, I will give you a number of examples.
I collapsed on the floor, and the next minute I know that my daughter's, 5-year-old, she's standing over me. She's putting the mask onto my face. And she's on the phone as well. She's done 999.
How did you know to do that when your daddy was poorly?
Because it's for police and ambulance and a fire engine.
What did you feel like when your daddy wasn't very well?
Sad.
RNI News Worldwide now.
We interrupt this programme to bring you news of a 25-year-old man who's been arrested in Bloemfontein and charged with impersonating Wayne Rooney. It's thought he tricked his way into the England camp and played in all of England's World Cup games. Police are still looking for the real Wayne Rooney, along with around 30 million England fans.